Tickets and papers. When you get there, go to the information counter. Ask for a message in the name of Jarvis.
Jarvis?
The message will tell you where to make your contact.
What's his name?
Eileen Maloney.
How long have I got?
The service is on Thursday in this church. You have 72 hours to do the job and get out.
What about hardware?
Eileen, the timing device is sewn into the bottom of the suitcase.
Well...
Where are you sending the lad?
Australia.
Oh, mother of mercy. Not Australia.
And what did the super want?
I'm in charge of coordinating security for this ecumenical mass at St Aquinas Cathedral. Has this got garlic in it? And has this dip got garlic in it?
Is it really going to be that bad?
Well, it wouldn't be if everybody shut up. The media won't be satisfied until we're on the map of international terrorism. People want us to become part of the modern world. They ought to have a decent look at it before they sign us up. Dip's delicious, eh?
Oh, I couldn't see anything. It was pitch dark. So you should. Oh, yes, it was very adequate, thank you. I've had better. Well, I don't know when. I'm sure I have.
It won't fit.
Pat insists it goes in. You'll just have to make it fit.
It won't fit.
Pat insists you make it fit. Look, just put it there. That's right. Pat put it on the ones that have already gone to the printers. It's in Latin anyway.
That's the most important bit, the Latin bit.
Well, put it somewhere else, but take it out of there and put this bit in.
When the dog sees these bones, it'll offer to get your pipe and slippers every week for a fortnight. Thank your uncle for me and tell me who Pat's being sloppy with on the phone.
Justin McKenna.
Who's he?
Tallish, dark-haired, thinning at the back a bit. All right, if that's the effect you're after.
Don't know him.
He's the guy whose $220 bottle of wine you drank at the Christmas party in 8.6 seconds.
The currency speculator?
Oh, he's all right.
I thought he was a nice guy.
He's a creep. Pick up the rest of the brochures from the printer and then drop them at St Aquinas Cathedral. I'll pay you $25.
30.
Don't barter with me, Bryce, or I'll get a proper courier to do it for 20. Your debt is now $3,860.
Can you take me to the airport, please?
I've got to wait for him.
Well, he won't take credit cards.
When he goes, I'll take you.
Oh, look, I'm meeting a plane. It's urgent.
Sorry, love. Non posso aiutarla.
Name, Cox Kim. Cox Kim. C-O... Where's the X? X. K-I-M.
There you go, love. Enjoy your stay. G'day. Now, are you carrying any of the following? Drugs, feathers, plant life, blood products, unfumigated animal hide or semen?
No.
Passport, thanks. Paddy, eh? Finbar, Liam, Michael, Patrick, O'Shaughnessy. Oh. Mervyn, how do I get one of those comrie doodahs that sit off the line? David, I wonder if you could come to security lane 3 over a matter with regard to the software.
Public holiday. Not too many buses on Labor Day. There's a taxi rank a few blocks from here.
Parker, tell Johnson I want security doubled in all parts of the airport.
Due to an industrial dispute, passengers are advised that the baggage carousel is not operating, and luggage may now be collected by obtaining a ticket at the north end of the eastern concourse and presenting it to the customs officials located in the ancillary wing of the western concourse. Thank you.
I want surveillance in the car park and pick-up area at the front of the terminal. And I want men on the roof.
Flight 7 has been cancelled. All Canberra-bound passengers should now proceed directly to the main entrance where a bus is waiting.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Do you have a message in the name of Jarvis, please?
Jarvis. With a J?
Yes.
Just correcting a previous announcement. It is Cullen Airways Flight 17 which has been cancelled,
No.
not McLellan Airlines.
Do you just double-check that, please? It's very important.
Canberra are advised their flight has now departed, and they should inquire at the ticket desk about alternative rates.
Nothing.
Thank you.
But Jarvis, nothing at all.
Nobody loves you.
I think you're right. Thanks anyway.
Barry, security gate 12. We've got a problem in baggage pickup 3. Better get the police in.
Hello. I'd like to speak to a Mr. Jarvis. He's just arrived on a flight from London. Well, do you have a paging system? Well, could you page him for me, please?
Paging Mr. Jarvis. Would you please come to the airport information desk? Mr. Jarvis, airport information desk, please.
Strand Hotel, please.
Lovely day. Could we go by St. Aquinas Cathedral, please? I'd like to see that.
You're American. I'll show you the floral clock on the way. Bloody great floral clock made out of flowers. It's one of the more unique attractions.
Nothing? Well, are all the passengers off? Well, then whose bag was it?
What does an international currency speculating merchant wanker produce?
They use the international money market in the interests of Australia.
Is there a possibility they use Australia in the interest of the international money market?
Ken, some of the biggest speculators in the international money market are Australians.
What a proud moment for the region and its people.
What is that?
The relic.
Looks like somebody's arm.
St. Dicklin's thigh bone, torn from his body by some of your people in the 16th century for preaching peace.
Is that what you all lot do? Worship bits of the dead?
You'd sell a lot of Lamingtons.
The programs?
If you wouldn't mind signing this, please, Monsignor. What's going on here?
Well, the big ecumenical service. With people coming from all over the world. America, Europe, Ireland, and Africa. It's very exciting.
Are they tribal?
They're the relics of the martyrs. They've been on a world tour before going back to America. They're the crown jewels of the church.
Band's shaping up well.
Yes, not bad. We've got a few Protestants in there.
They've got no rhythm. They make a lot of noise.
The man leaves his name, passport number, suitcase, timing device, farewells a record crowd of eyewitnesses and boards a taxi in full view of a four-car surveillance setup. The only thing he didn't do was walk in here and order a Guinness. Now, I want O'Shaughnessy's identikit circulated. I want all hotels checked, road and rail links sat on. I want double security at the airport in case he's part of a delegation. And I want 24-hour watch on the cathedral. And if the Chief Commissioner wants me, I'm out.
Hey, sir, the press is outside.
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
Oh, Father, this young American gentleman's trying to find an Eileen Maloney.
Maloney.
Oh, tremendous woman. Tower of strength, isn't she? A tour guide or something?
Tour guide?
No, here, write it on one of these. Oh, don't worry, we've got to throw out 3,500 copies. I think our Lord was not with the printer.
Someone shoved an ad for a detective agency on the back of the mess.
Jarvis, the booking was made 3 months ago, and you sent me this receipt.
The hotel wishes to advise guests that due to an industrial dispute, the courtesy bus to the city centre and airport has been cancelled.
The computer's down. There is no Jarvis in the register, Mr. Jarvis.
Well, perhaps I could just book a room then, please.
It won't be the same room number as the one on the computer.
Any room at all will do fine, thank you.
Okay. I'll give you 519, Mr. Jarvis. Someone will take your baggage.
I don't have any. Well, there's been a bit of a mess-up at the airport. I would like to book an international call, please.
There is a surcharge after 4 a.m. on weekdays.
Hello? She wasn't even at the airport. No, there's no message, nothing at all. But I might have to do this job on my own.
You've got to find Eileen. She's the only one that knows the layout.
Yeah, well, I might need help. It's a big city. Hang on.
How do you react to reports that there may be as many as 6 terrorists in the country
Our
at present
information
time?
indicates that it's nothing like that number.
Do the police have any leads on the man who arrived at Melbourne Airport today?
We don't know that he is a terrorist. We're asking anyone who knows the whereabouts of a Finbar O'Shaughnessy to please contact the police. We believe he may be able to help us with our inquiries.
Police today released an identikit picture of Finbar O'Shaughnessy following eyewitness descriptions at the airport.
That's the number 11444. Now on to the industrial scene.
Yes, I'm still here.
Just hang on a sec, will you please, Mr. McKenna? I have someone here who doesn't respect privacy. What is it, Bryce?
Linda said somebody called with a job.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is it's a
When are we
very big
supposed to
step.
meet this, Mr. Jarvis?
It's on the note.
Whereabouts?
Floral Clock Square, 12:30. No one. No, believe me, no one.
Pat, can I be out for a couple of hours? Take all calls, will you?
Pat,
What?
give us a call if the dollar drops, will you? I might have to convert a lot of Japanese yen into sodium carbonate.
Yes. Well, it requires thinking about.
Where's Pat?
Yes, it is. Your divorce isn't through yet. You have an 8-year-old child from a previous marriage, and you want me to run away overseas with you? Oh, God.
Hello. Eileen. He rang us. He's staying at the Strand Hotel under the name of Jarvis. Ring me when you make contact. God bless you, Eileen.
I knew Maloney wouldn't let us down.
Can you get the Minister to stop talking about international terrorism? We've had to put on extra people to answer the calls from dingbats claiming to be international terrorists. No, we don't think they are. They're the same people that rang up about the Picasso and the fire at Jamison's and fine cotton. And at least 3 of them were internal calls.
Mr. Jarvis?
Yes? Yes, I am.
G'day, it's Ken. And Bryce.
I've been looking for the floral clock. There isn't one. But it's called Floral Clock Square.
There used to be a floral clock. Not a square either. They changed all that. They pulled out the clock to put in a car park.
There is no car park.
Change of council.
How can we help you, Mr. Jarvis?
I've got a better one than that.
You looking for Pat?
Daddy said he'd pay me $1 US to come up and give you this.
Did he?
He thinks they should talk.
Cameron! Oh, I'll be down in a minute.
You have a guest here, Mr. Jarvis.
No, I don't think so.
Well, doesn't that say Jarvis?
Yes.
Well, is he in, please?
No, I'm afraid he's out.
Well, will you see he gets this, please? It's most urgent that he does.
Ah, well, I go off at 4, but whoever comes on will be pretty sure to mention it to him, if he comes in.
Thank you.
The hotel is happy to advise guests inconvenienced by the cancellation of the airport courtesy bus that complimentary reading matter may be obtained from the front desk.
Not a lot to go on, Mr. Jarvis. A tourist guide somewhere in Melbourne. Melbourne is one of the most famous tourist cities in the world. We've got a history here going back nearly 200 years.
And at least 80,000 years before that.
Who tires of Melbourne is tired of life, Mr. Jarvis.
Jesus, more roadworks.
Ken, what is this?
Dog bones. Don't sit on them, the dog's got to eat them yet.
What the hell do you think you're doing, you stupid ape? Go back to your own country, you poofter.
How long have you had this?
We've got a possible lead. A man of possibly Irish persuasion came to the cathedral looking for a woman possibly named Eileen Maloney or Malombi, who may be a part-time tourist guide somewhere in Melbourne.
So you think the Irishman at the cathedral was O'Shaughnessy?
Not from the description we got from the airport. O'Shaughnessy's at least 4 inches taller and this bloke doesn't have a beard. So there's the possibility of a 7th maniac running loose. Or he may be part of the 6. What's the story on the other 5?
Nothing, sir.
Where are they? Fly in on the day and make the hit and get out. We're going to need backup on this. This is turning into a bloody convention.
How many goals did Kevin Keegan score in his last season in England?
27.
Give the man another fantail.
Thank you. How many tourist spots are not on this list?
That's it.
I suppose Melbourne's charms are subtle. Its appeal is elliptical and difficult to express in terms of stereotypes like beauty and interest. I'm looking for a tour guide called Eileen Maloney. Which of these tourist spots does she work at, you know?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind, we'll check them all out. We've got an overseas guest.
Has he been to Queensland?
There's even fewer tourist spots than we thought. We'll find this one in the morning.
That's good.
Rubbish. This guy's good for at least 2 days' work. I'm not throwing away a meal ticket just because Melbourne only runs to 15 tourist spots.
Do we know which of the ones on this list is the farthest out?
I think there's a dinosaur park.
Linda, Kathy, look, everyone, can you just come over here for a minute, please? Now, I think you should know that I'm going to be going overseas for a few months. A year, maybe.
How are you going to run the business?
Well, you are. Now, provided the work keeps coming in, you stay on, all right?
When will you be going?
In about a week.
You're going to keep Ken and Bryce on?
Don't be silly, Linda.
Finlay's family dinosaur funurama.
Finlay's. And it's a dinosaur park.
Got ya. I tell you what your best bet is.
Take the 248 express to Spencer Street and then come back 3 stops to Parkton Station on the 318.
Wouldn't it be best if I took a train direct to Parkton?
No. The direct doesn't leave till 3:24. You'd miss your bus if you did that. There's a connecting bus to Highfield Shopping Centre at 3:33. And when you get to Highfield, change to a 62 bus. There's a bus every 8 minutes. And then it's a mile or so walk from the road, if I'm thinking of the right place. I think that's your most direct route.
So I'm wanting a 248 to Spencer Street.
Yes. You got a bit of a wait, though. Running an hour late.
Can I change $20 in your currency? Is there a message for me? Eileen Maloney? Never heard of her.
Can you do the House of Shells, the Dental Museum, and the walking tour of the Richmond Soap Factory? I'll tackle the House of Bottles, coal through the ages, and all aboard the colonial experience. We'll do the Museum of Australian Sporting Legends this afternoon.
What about Jarvis?
Oh, we'll send the giant penguin. That'll take care of him.
We'll have to get him some no-dos.
I want all the money that you owe me paid back by next Thursday. I've got someone coming to look at your car on Tuesday. I want it here all day clean, please.
Crap, what is this?
Cash, all of it. Including the $900 for reprinting and rebinding the entire choral program. Thursday.
Something I said?
She's going overseas.
When?
After the wedding.
No other country on earth has had the global sporting impact of Australia. They had to change the rules to beat Lindrum. They had to virtually destroy the game to beat Bradman. In the 1950s, it was swimming with that Balmain girl, Dawn Fraser.
She can't sell it. It isn't my car.
Yes, it is.
Belongs to a mate of my
In the
brother's.
1960s, it was tennis. As the
We ought to
names
fix this,
Labour,
McKenna.
Newcomb, Hirsch,
Why don't we drug his coffee and have Pat find him in bed with a prostitute?
He might not be a coffee drinker.
Well, we've got to do something. The wretched woman's bleeding us dry.
Let me talk to her. If that doesn't work, I'll put a horse's head in her bed.
Please pay your $20 as you enter the press.
We gave it the office.
Now concentrate, Ken. Any one of these people could be Eileen McCrombie.
An excellent range of souvenir requisites is available from the...
There's a timing device made by a German company called Colton.
The Colton. Excellent product. It'll take a while, but it's got to come from Germany.
How long?
There's a strike on the worms. It could take 3 weeks, 4 at the most.
Do you have any other timing devices?
We've got an Australian model. It's exactly the same as the German one in nearly every respect.
How is it different?
Dearer. And of course, we've got parts.
Well, that's fine. Thanks.
There'll be a 9-week delay on those. They've got to come from Albury.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What have we missed? Must have missed something. Has to be something.
Excuse me, sir. There's a call for you on line 4.
I'm not here.
Could you tell me his room number, please?
Yes, 502, 5th floor. But he's out, I'm afraid.
Are you sure he got my message?
Well, his box is empty.
Thank you.
Would you like to leave another one?
Oh, I would, thank you.
Hotel management is pleased to announce that all industrial disputes have been resolved and patrons are assured that all services will be back to normal by the end of the week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Room 519, please. And are there any messages?
No, I'm afraid not.
G'day.
Oh, hi. Any success?
Tomorrow.
Oh, Jarvis rang. He can't join you tomorrow, but if you find an Eileen somebody or other, you can contact him in room 519 of the Strand Hotel.
Thanks.
Working late? When are you off overseas?
I don't know. I'm not even sure I'm going yet.
If you did go, when would it be?
Soon. That's why I need the money back.
You really going to marry this guy?
What guy?
Justin McKenna, floating dollar.
I take it you don't approve.
Not up to me.
That's right.
Do you get along all right?
Yes?
I mean, really well?
Ken, I thought we'd already established that this was none of your business.
I was just a bit surprised.
Ken, I stress, it's none of your business.
I thought we got along all right. I mean, I'm not very demonstrative, but... No, I thought we got along all right.
We do.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing that could happen to us.
Ken, is this a proposal?
Well, I'm not very demonstrative, Pat, but you put me in a strange position.
There's no need to be entirely obtuse, just in order to be not very demonstrative. Ken, if you're serious...
I am.
Then I'll think about it.
Yeah, do that. I wasn't meaning to be obtuse.
Yeah, I know. You're just not very demonstrative.
Yeah.
Now, could you please keep trying? No, it does exist. It's my home number. I was talking to it this morning. Yeah. Thank you.
That's not what I have here, judges. I can't accept that. No, the answer is Hamlet. Still, you've got a good lead, Margaret. Pick a celebrity.
Raymond Ingersoll, thanks, Hamlet.
Weatherland, Adelaide. On to the fast money. What does the chemical symbol H2SO4 stand for? Which? No. Which composer wrote The Blue Danube?
Barry Manilow.
No. The world's tallest building is? The IMP building. No. So at the end of round 3, Margaret is on 5 points. Graham and Jenny get the score.
absolutely vital we get a break within the next 12 hours. Karen, you and Steve better take the galleries, the museums, and the House of Shells. Bob, you and Mitch take the dinosaur park, the animal sanctuaries, and the monuments. Robert, you and whoever better check the hotels again. Parker, you would have come with me.
He hasn't answered her calls. She's left messages under his door. She's not even sure he's staying there anymore. But he is. He rang us this morning. They're in the same building.
If they were any closer, they'd be having children.
According to Justin, there's this beautiful fishing village on the island of Samos that overlooks Turkey. It's got a pebble beach with water so clear you can see the bottom from 100 feet up. There's this small hotel that's been run by the same family for generations. It's on a cliff top, and it's got a 360-degree view of the whole island from the coast to the mountains. It's got one restaurant in the town, and it serves the best seafood in the world. On hot summer days, apparently, there's a breeze that blows across from Turkey in the evening and wafts through your hotel room. You can just sit there and sip Greek coffee and watch the sun drop into the ocean. Why would Ken want to get married? Do you know the name of a travel agent? Quickly, anyone!
Alongside us now are a host of late 19th century industrial sites, including this majestic ammonia factory and the tannery to the left of us now. Once an industrial waste plant, this area is being reclaimed for the people.
Did you talk to Pat about McKenna?
Yes.
What did she say?
I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind, Bryce.
You told her we didn't want her wasting her life on Justin McKenna.
Yes.
We can't have her marrying McKenna.
I think I dealt with that.
Hope you gave her the fright of her life.
I did.
And she told you she didn't want the money back.
That didn't crop up.
I don't know why I bother. I'll handle this myself.
Excuse me, you wouldn't know an Eileen Maloney, would you?
Finbar?
Sorry?
Why do you want to know?
It's confidential.
We were hired to find her.
Who by?
Mr. Jarvis,
Where is he? Mr. Jarvis.
staying in a hotel in town.
Have you actually seen him?
Is there some significance to all of this?
Bryce, go and get Eileen and me a drink, will you?
Due to industrial dispute, passengers are required to debark the boat at Dock 11, where a diesel vehicle will connect with our originating point of embarkment.
What are you two doing here?
Travel broadens the mind, Inspector.
Eileen Maloney? I wonder if you'd mind coming down to the station with us. We'd like to ask you a question or two.
Why can't we get lucky? Just once.
Pat, so Mr. McKenna for you? I'm out. Tell him I'll call him back.
Frank Jarvis owes us the money. Now, it's not our fault the damn woman gets picked up by the police.
Why was she arrested?
She was detained.
Well, why is Jarvis after it in the first place? Who is Jarvis? What have you walked into here?
We need the money, Pat. We want to square up with you. It's not fair on you otherwise.
Could be anything. We don't know what Blair was after either, to be honest. I doubt if the man knows himself. The point is, we've done our job. Your task is to find Jarvis and collect.
See, Lady Di wore an off-the-shoulder gown with gold brocade and dramatic cutaway sleeves to the opening of the opera season.
Rigoletto.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Tell me about Finbar O'Shaughnessy.
We came from the same street in Belfast.
Any idea why he'd be chasing you?
He's just arrived. He doesn't know anyone else.
What does he look like?
When I last saw him, he was 14.
Why did you join the congregation of St. Aquinas 4 weeks ago?
I didn't. just lending a hand with the ecumenical mass. Well, then I'll go back to my own parish.
Are you aware that that mass is a possible target for terrorist attack?
Surely not. It's ecumenical. If they blew the place up, they'd be killing members of their own faith. That doesn't make sense. I don't believe everything I read in the papers.
Is O'Shaughnessy IRA?
I've got no idea.
Well, what about his relatives?
I don't know. He's Catholic. But there's 7 of them in his immediate family.
Well, if he tries to contact you again, would you please phone us straight away?
Of course.
Put a tail on her.
You going?
Yes, good night.
How about a drink?
Oh, no, thanks. I've got a few things to do at home.
If you're off overseas soon, I may not get to see you again. Could be going away on business myself.
Oh, really? Oh, well, the very best then.
How about a farewell drink?
Yeah, all right, just one.
That's the spirit. Could you let me have my bank card for an hour or so?
G'day. Ken. How did you get in?
That's him.
Get yourself a drink, Ken. Eileen told me you'd find her. They gave her the wrong room number.
Listen, do you think you'd mind telling me what's going on?
Well, the less you know about this, the better.
Don't be silly. The cop who picked her up this afternoon knows who I am. He'll nick me as soon as I hit the street.
That's all the more reason for you to know nothing, Ken. I'm not a terrorist.
We're not, Ken.
Yeah, well, I'd hardly be here if I thought you were, would I?
But we're both business people. We both own our own companies. We understand each other. And I think it's only fair to say there's a strong physical attraction between the two of us.
What?
We're both business people.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said there's a strong physical attraction between the two of us.
Oh.
There's no point running away from it.
I think if you're going to propose marriage, we should go back to the office.
Unless you'd rather come back to my place.
You can bring that up under general business.
Sid just called in. Maloney went to the Strand Hotel.
Tell Sid to stand by. Who else have we got in the area?
It's a matter of the greatest gravity, Ken.
What is it again?
It's the thigh bone of St. Declan.
The thigh of St. Declan.
No, the thigh bone.
His relic was the very heart of our parish. It was the thing that kept the community together. And now they're selling it off to some big drive-in church in Texas, where they don't even know who St. Declan was.
And you're going to steal it?
It was stolen from us, Ken.
Who by?
Michael, Liam, Keegan.
May he rot in hell.
Which he surely is.
When was this?
1627.
Have you told Ken any of this?
Ken? What on earth for? This is between you and me, Pat. You know, I was going to ask you when Andrew and Fergie did it, but I wanted to wait until I could provide for you properly. I mean really properly. You shouldn't want for anything, Pat.
And you think you can do that now?
Business is picking up. The economic future looks pretty rosy. And I wouldn't want to have kids straight away.
If at all, Bryce.
Sure.
When will you be able to pay me back the money that you owe me?
Whenever you want, Pat. Of course, if we were married, well, then it wouldn't really matter. We could pool our economic resources.
Of course.
And go on from there.
Yes.
What's mine is yours.
Naturally, yeah. think Ken agrees?
Do you mind if I say something?
Not at all.
Proposing marriage isn't something I do often. Isn't something I take lightly. Quite frankly, I don't find this easy. It's important. I hope one day to look back on this moment with pride. And if you have any respect for my feelings, you'll stop bringing Ken into it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know everyone thinks I'm insensitive.
I don't think you're insensitive. You're just not very demonstrative.
Exactly.
You have a Mr. Finbar O'Shaughnessy staying with you at the present time?
Would convention guests who ate the mushroom vol au vents at the second luncheon sitting, please report immediately to the assistant hotel manager's office. Thank you.
No. He's Irish, fair complexion, 165, hair brown. He may look like one of these faces.
I don't recognise
You have
him.
reason to believe he may be an IRA operative.
Oh, we get so many clubs booking in here, it's hard to keep track. Oh, no, that one looks like Mr. Jarvis.
What nationality?
American.
What room's he in?
Will you take us to the warehouse, Ken?
I thought they were keeping the thing in the church.
Only during the day. At night, the relics are stored in a warehouse.
Accessory to stealing a thigh bone.
If Blair catches you with us, I'll say I made you do it at knife point.
If Blair catches you with me, he won't believe a word you say.
Finbar O'Shaughnessy, this is the police. Open up.
Tony Martin? No, not my name, dear. I was born in Scotland in 1736.
Harry Seacombe.
No, up to you now, Margaret. My surname is used as a unit of power. I invented the steam engine. Margaret, I am...
Paper.
No, not my name, Margaret.
Remind me to check on my leave entitlement when we get back.
Whatever happened to Laura Malloy? I remember she had a fancy for Michael Regan.
Well, I think she might still have. She's just had their 5th child. How is it that you never got married?
Where did you get the timer for this bomb of yours?
It's a local job.
We're supposed to have gone off 2.5 hours ago. You sure that's him?
Well, of course it is.
Hang on, you can't pinch this. The casing's made of gold. It must be worth a fortune.
But we're only interested in the relic itself.
Hang on a tick. I'm just going to duck out to the car. Take that bone out.
An explosion which tore apart an iron cabinet in Epping late last night is believed to be the work of one of several gangs of IRA terrorists. As yet, no one is certain why the device was exploded or indeed what it was they were after. To date, police are unwilling to give the media figures of those killed, but it is believed it may run into double figures. The use of an Australian-made timing device has alerted police to the possibility of an Australian terrorist outfit working in league with the IRA.
Nothing. They pulled the entire place apart.
Everything?
Everything.
Check it all again.
Got everything? Yes. You realise they'll probably have your name on the computer.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you.
Good luck.
I'll post the package to you. Goodbye, Finbar. I hope to see you again.
Oh, you'll be doing that all right. Ken, goodbye. Thank you.
Come on, I'll drive you home.
An American. Willard J. Curtis, Jr. Mervyn, my computer's down.
They're all down. You'll have to write it out by hand.
Fair enough. I hope you're not in a hurry.
Well done, everyone. Of course, that's the trouble with a good police operation. You prevent the crime, so then you have to guess what it was going to be because you prevented it from happening.
I think you'd better listen to this, sir.
Adelaide?
The bomb, which is believed to be the work of 5 Irish terrorists, blew the tiny church out of the ground at 4:45 this morning. As yet, police have denied any connection between this and the recent bombing of an iron cabinet in a Melbourne warehouse. One thing is for certain, terrorism is alive and well in Melbourne.
Adelaide. Have you thought about it?
About getting married?
Yeah.
What's he talking about?
Oh, didn't you know? Ken wants to marry me.
No, I didn't know.
He's not very demonstrative.
Are you mocking me?
Do you think this is funny?
You want to marry Pat?
I do, yes.
What did you tell him?
But I had to think about it.
So what about my proposal?
You want to marry Pat?
Yes. Something I wanted for a very long time.
He's just not very demonstrative.
I've had enough of this.
I can tell you that I'm not marrying Justin McKenna.
If you don't mind me saying so, Pat, that's a very wise decision.
So, who are you marrying?
Well, when you both pay me back the money you owe me, I'll marry both of you.
The woman's mad, Ken.
I'm just not very demonstrative, Bryce.